Unforgiven is in the books. The champ is still here, and the rivalry between Cena and Orton has reached its boiling point.
The contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing in at 232 pounds, Cody Rhodes.
What's up, everybody? Alongside acting general manager of Raw, Jonathan Coachman. My name's Jack Rapello.
7 pounds, James.
Yeah, there you go, Lillian. I'm glad you're on top of things. But it is absolutely your pleasure to be here with the coach this week. I've got a busy plate, and as you know, I always stop by on Heat to give my wisdom and insight and always try to find the next big thing.
Well, Coach, you give your wisdom and insight, and I'm not sure if there's a bigger week than this one for you to do so. You have been right in the middle of this ongoing rivalry between John Cena and Randy Orton.
Well, I felt like I needed to step up and step in, and it's not my fault that John Cena decided to bring things upon himself, bring his father into the mix. And if his father wants to play the game, so to speak, well, he's going to have to get in the ring, and that's exactly what happened this past week on Raw.
Well, there's no doubt John Cena's aggression has reached new heights. Speaking of aggression, two of the aggressive superstars here in the WWE, Casey James taking on Cody Rhodes. Definitely one of the great second-generation superstars here.
Yeah, Cody Rhodes is a guy that has come in and has a lot of confidence, and on Raw this past week, he came up, he wanted a piece of Randy Orton. As we know, he's had issues with the Legend Killer in the past, but it wasn't his time. But I do appreciate that the youngster wants to make a name for himself and get out from the shadows of his father, Dusty Rhodes.
Come on, Coach, be honest. What do you got against this kid? You don't like this kid?
I have nothing against the kid. Like I told him, thanks, but no thanks. I'll let you know when you're needed. How does that mean?
Well, several weeks ago, we saw you say if he did not win, he'd be kicked off Raw. It just seems like, you know.
Hey, that's not me neither. I'm trying to make the kid a star. And if you want to be a star, you got to perform under pressure. Am I right?
I certainly agree with that. Well, Cody Rhodes he knows about being a star. Certainly in high school, he's a two-time state champion in Georgia. And as we said before, son of WWE Hall of Famer Dusty Rhodes. But man, look at that vicious right hand to the jaw by Casey James.
Yeah, Casey James is really impressing me right now in a way that he's come in, the bright lights, and this is a stage he's not used to being on. But if you can handle the pressure then and just focus on performing in the ring, then sometimes you can have positive results.
At 6'3", 240, Casey's got the weight and the height advantage in this matchup. But man, Coach, it doesn't seem like you're going to see much technical wrestling out of Casey. He just likes to beat people up. That was a pretty nice maneuver right there.
Sometimes that can be a style that works.
Cover. Whoa, Casey almost put away Cody Rhodes right there. What an upset that would be. Certainly an upset that would get your attention.
It's almost as if Casey James is using the style that Cody Rhodes' father used to use. The American Dream was not the most technically sound, but he was a bruiser, he was a fighter, and he loved just to get in there and mix it up.
No doubt about that. Oh, roll up 1, 2. Cody almost stealing a victory right there. Oh, Casey coming back with that right hand again. How long is the referee going to let this continue?
Right now, these two are really going at it. A great opening match here on Heat. And we've got a lot to get to throughout the hour.
Cover. Wow, Casey.
You know, we're only a couple of weeks away already, if you can believe it. Unforgiven, as you mentioned, is in the books, but now we've got to get ready for No Mercy.
No Mercy is on the horizon, and Jonathan Coachman, you're the one that set up the huge last man standing match. You take Cena and Orton, and you have put them in one of the most brutal matches in the WWE, a last man standing match.
I'm doing what I can to not only entertain the fans, but give Randy Orton the best possible chance to take down John Cena. In my opinion, he's been champion for too long. He's dodged too many bullets, and it's time for him to relinquish that WWE Championship.
Come on, Coach. How can you say it's time for Cena to relinquish the championship? He's a hard-working, You know, the championship means everything to him. He has been so great for the WWE, and Coach, Cena knows.
What were you saying?
Cena knows a thing or two about those last man standing matches.
I know he does. I'm not saying that it may not be right up his alley, but I've got to change things up, and that's what I'm doing.
Oh, beautiful textbook drop kick by Cody Rhodes. And Coach, as sick as you are of John Cena, I had talked to a lot of people in the dressing room area that are sick of the legend killer, like this man, Cody Rhodes. Remember what the legend killer did to Cody's father, Dusty? Now he's messing with John Cena's father.
Oh.
You don't mess with a man's father.
This could be it.
What?
And Cody Rhodes doesn't like the legend killer whatsoever. But you don't have to be liked to be a star. But Cody right now doesn't need to worry about Randy Orton. He needs to worry about Casey James.
Right now, Casey James begging for mercy after that vicious bulldog. Cody continuing to go work. Beautiful leverage move. Oh, DDT! DDT! Cover. Forget about it, Coach. Here's your winner, Cody Rhodes.
Well, I gotta say it was impressive. And I also gotta believe that Cody Rhodes thought it would be a lot easier than that. Casey James stepped up, but nevertheless, Cody Rhodes with the win.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time.
Time for what? Our main event.
This contest is set for one fall. Introducing first from Detroit, Michigan, weighing 206 pounds, Daivari.
Well, here he comes, and what a shock, Daivari's angry.
You used my line.
Speaking of being angry, Shawn Michaels did not look to be in a good mood either this past week on Raw when he shocked everyone in attendance by coming out and super kicking the WWE Champion Randy Orton.
The Heartbreak Kid had really been in the back of our minds, and we'd really forgotten about him. And who would have thought? Wait a second.
من میخوام بپرسم کی تو این ساختمون شب میخواد.
I always agree with what he has to say.
فقط از شماها یه سوال دارم. یه چیزی ازتون میپرسم کی از اون پشت بیرون بیا به دست دیوری بیا به دست من اگر تونستی بفهمید hey.
Introducing next from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing 232 pounds, Cody Rhodes.
Now, here's a young kid with a lot on his plate right now, wouldn't you say?
Well, Cody Rhodes, this week on Raw, will be facing Hardcore Holly, hoping to break that two-match losing streak. But first things first, he's got to deal with Daivari here on Heat.
Cody has got to concentrate with Hardcore Holly waiting in the wings on Raw, trying to earn his respect. He's got to earn Daivari's respect, because what will it mean if Cody goes into Raw after having losing to Daivari? Having lost, that's what I meant to say, to Daivari this week on Heat. He's got to concentrate.
You didn't get to finish your...
Well, my point was about Heartbreak Kid is that we'd forgotten about it. Anytime a superstar is gone for 3 or 4 months, you forget that they're even on the roster. And I think young Randy Orton forgot as well, and he was the most shocked out of anybody what happened at the end of Raw.
So Shawn Michaels is back. What does that mean to the WWE Championship picture? Who knows? But I'm sure Shawn Michaels not only wants Randy Orton, the man, but he wants what he's got around his waist too.
Shawn Michaels, you'll remember who was the man that put Shawn Michaels out. Randy Orton. And now Randy Orton's the WWE Champion. How sweet would it be if not only Shawn Michaels comes back, but comes back and beats Randy Orton and becomes the WWE Champion.
Cody Rhodes showing off some strength. Daivari trying to whip him off the ropes, but Cody not letting go of that side headlock, and now taking Daivari down, hooking the leg, and a 2.
Cody really has impressed me in the first few months that he has been here, and in making a name for himself and getting out from underneath his father's shadow, Dusty Rhodes, and trying to pave his own way. But I think in doing so, he may be biting off a little bit more than he can chew, hence taking on Hardcore Holly yet again this coming week on Raw.
Oh boy, Daivari telegraphing that. Gets a face full of food for his measure, but right in the rib cage.
That hurts the rib cage. It can torque your shoulder and hurt all kinds of different things.
Cody Rhodes has to be very careful as to not look past this match. And I'm sure right now he's thinking about nothing but Daivari. And Daivari just firing away on the son of Dusty Rhodes.
Daivari is certainly no pushover. He's a guy that can beat anyone on any given night. And like you said, always seems to be in a bad mood because nobody is ever on his side.
This crowd certainly getting behind Cody Rhodes. Cody up to that vertical base now and backing Daivari into a corner. Oh boy. Cody just can't get his breath back after taking that shot to the ribs. 2. And Daivari very wisely just trying to cut off that circulation, squeeze in on those injured ribs.
And I think he's saying, hey, I'm in better shape than Cody Rhodes is. I'm going to continue to, as you said, work on the ribs, but also wear Cody Rhodes down, because to try and take this approach, you've got to be in very good cardiovascular condition.
Well, the one question mark surrounding Cody Rhodes is his consistency. At one point, you told Cody, hey, you've got to win tonight or you're off the Raw roster. He responded then. Can he respond now?
It's all about putting these youngsters under pressure and see how they respond. If they can't respond when the big lights are on, then they don't deserve to be here. Just because of his last name doesn't mean he deserves to be on the roster.
Well, you mentioned that Cody has lost twice in a row to Hardcore Holly. Really needs a win tonight to get some momentum, to have some positive energy as he heads into the 3rd match with Hardcore this week on Raw.
Well, and that match is going to be taking place overseas. And that's another thing he's got to fight off, is that pro Hardcore Holly European crowd.
A jawbreaker by Cody Rhodes gives him a small reprieve, but Cody hasn't been able to do anything about it when he gets a few seconds to catch his breath. Here he goes, though, a couple of big rights and a clothesline. And another.
I will say this, the young kid has a lot of heart. He's got a lot of quickness.
Moxie.
That's another word you could use. But he needs the 1, 2, 3.
It may come right here. No.
Almost, but you're not facing a pushover. You're facing Daivari.
Well, Daivari extending a hand in a goodwill gesture. Cody says, not today, my friend.
I think he's done some homework on Daivari.
Ducking the clothesline, power slam. Got the leg. 2. No. Wow. That was quick.
Chad Patton right on top of it, and Daivari nearly was beaten by young Cody Rhodes.
One thing Cody is very quick. He's agile. He's flexible. Wait a minute. And there it is. Proof of the pudding.
And a little skiddage of the carriage.
Going low. DDT. Cody Rhodes just DDT Daivari. Will he kick out? He will not. Cody wins.
The winner of this match, Cody Rhodes.
Well, I will say this, Cody Rhodes came in this week with a focus, knocking off Daivari. The young ladies loved it as well. Big win for Cody.
Can he do the same against Hardcore Holly? Find out on Raw. Thanks for watching Heat. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time.
What time is it?
For our main event.
The following, a triple tag team match where the winners will challenge the World Tag Team Champions at Survivor Series.
This is huge.
Introducing first, at a combined weight of 369 pounds, the team of Paul London and Brian Kendrick.
Well, they bust out some new threads tonight, and they have a huge opportunity.
Making their way to the ring, from Oban, Scotland, at a combined weight of 34 stone, Robbie and Rory, the Highlanders.
This is the moment they've wanted. It's the moment they've asked for. Here it is. Can they do what it takes?
I mean, the pressure is on. I mean, it's all about being the #1 contender, and it's all about facing the World Tag Team Champions.
And making their way to the ring at a combined weight of 455 pounds, the team of Cody Rhodes and Hardcore Holly.
Now, Chris, what would you call these two? Would you call them, not the young and the old, but the teacher and the student? The sensei,
the mentor and the mentee.
Again, a lot of gum references in this show. But
Either way,
this to me, if I was to say who I would favor this match, it would be Hardcore and Cody because of this. I think Cody really wants to keep impressing Hardcore Holly, and we know how physical and devastating Hardcore Holly can be.
But at the same time, you know as well as anyone that tag team wrestling is all about chemistry. It's all about knowing your partner. It's all about making the tag at the right time. The Highlanders and London and Kendrick have been teaming together for years now. Hardcore Holly and Cody Rhodes have been together for a cup of coffee.
I agree with you, and don't use my saying ever again. But this is also an interesting matchup, Krish, in that Hardcore and Cody could stand on the outside and never get in this match. It's a matter of who gets tagged in, when, where, how, and when you have 3 teams in, you know, one team maybe will never see action.
It's all about strategy here in this match. Paul London with a drop kick right to the jaw of Rory. An atomic drop.
Oh, wow.
And now kind of a face-off here.
Right. And now, see, now he tags in Cody Rhodes, and now Cody is allowed in, but this is what I'm saying.
Well, the first team to get a pinfall is the winner, so you don't want to stand out there and look and watch.
Exactly not, but at the same time, it takes some strategy to get your opponent worn down. Hopefully you get tagged back in, and then you can get the pinfall. But when you talk about the World Tag Team Champions, this week at Survivor Series, in my opinion, would be the best time to catch them after what happened against The Undertaker and Batista on Raw this past week.
Yes, Lance Cade and Trevor Murdoch were, for a lack of a better word, decimated on Monday Night Raw.
It was not pretty for them as The Undertaker and Batista were trying to impress each other as they get set for Hell in a Cell Survivor Series.
Paul London rolls over and gets the shoulders of Cody Rhodes down for 1 second, and now in comes Kendrick.
See, now this is smart. Tag in your own tag team partner so you always have a member, in the match.
Shoulders down in a 2 count. But hey, if I'm in this match, I'm thinking I don't want to be on the outside. I want to be in there handling my own business.
That's exactly what I'm saying. At least have one member of your team in the match at all times, which is why I can't understand why Rory decided to tag in Cody Rhodes.
Well, everybody's got a different view of things. The Highlanders, very unorthodox. They don't do things the way that
I wonder if the Highlanders understand that they need to have the pinfall to compete at Survivor Series.
Trust me, we've heard the Highlanders for weeks and weeks complaining and arguing their point that they should be WWE Tag Team Champions. They've been waiting for this moment for such a long time. They know exactly what needs to be done. Leapfrog there from Kendrick. Rotation, a switch. Cody Rhodes with the hip toss. Nobody home for the elbow. And then, whoa, just swatting away Kendrick like a fly there.
I am really always amazed at the athletic ability of Brian Kendrick. And Cody Rhodes, to me, has such a bright future. If he can keep his head on straight and go down the right path in the right direction, this is a guy that we're going to be hearing from for a long, long time.
I mean this as a compliment. Cody Rhodes reminds me perhaps of a young Randy Orton. Do you see that?
I would say absolutely yes. I mean, he is certainly the same age that Randy Orton was when he broke in, and it took Randy a couple of years, and here comes Hardcore.
Cody, of course, doesn't have that nasty mean streak that we've seen from the WWE champion.
Well,
Bob Holly, on the other hand, can get a little dirty.
Oh, jeez. I'm really I really think that Hardcore has never smiled in his life. I think you're looking at a guy.
Whoa, Kendrick
Wait a second.
couldn't get both feet up, but it didn't matter. The crossbody has the shoulders down for a moment.
Oh
Boy, power slam there from Hardcore. 2-0.
You do not want to try to compete physically with Hardcore Holly. You've got to figure out something else to do, because getting physical with this guy is not going to work.
Maybe this will work. The roll-up.
Using your quickness, absolutely. Using your agility, without a doubt. Do not get physical with Hardcore.
Look at Brian Kendrick pulling out all the stops to get Hardcore Holly's shoulders down, but he can't keep them down for the 3 count.
And Grish, have you noticed?
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
Wait a minute. Didn't work to perfection, but it got Hardcore down again.
Who has not been in the match for something? Oh, jeez. You talk about cutting out from under.
Reversal. Drop kick there from Brian Kendrick. Here comes London. A close call there for Rory. A 2.5 count for Paul London.
And I tell you what, Paul London has taken so much punishment since he has been in this match. And you can see his partner, Brian Kendrick, really is starting to feel his pain as well.
And then a headbutt here from Robbie. And boy, London, hold on, 2. London, he knows how to give it out, the high-flying, high-risk maneuvers, but not many WWE superstars could take a beating like Paul London and Brian Kendrick.
And that's a special talent, no doubt. Being able to take a beating, come back from that and not give in and continue to fight.
It's all about intestinal fortitude. How bad do you want it? And it appears London wants it pretty darn bad.
Well, I think this is an opportunity that all 3 of these teams don't see come down the pike very often, and they've got to do whatever it takes right here on Heat to get a victory and set themselves up for Survivor Series.
Well, London and Kendrick, former WWE Tag Team Champions over on SmackDown, but since coming to Raw, they haven't gotten that shot at a World Tag Team title. Will it happen at Survivor Series? It doesn't look likely right now as Rory gets his shots in on London.
And it is all about getting the shot, getting that opportunity.
2.
Getting in the ring at the right time with the titles on the line in the right venue and being the right night.
Don't leave him. Don't you leave him.
You heard Robbie saying, don't you leave him. He wants Rory to stay right on Paul London. Don't give him a chance to catch his breath.
And right now, Cody and Hardcore can do nothing but watch and hope that one of these 2 men gets close enough to their corner that they can tag themselves in.
London trying to get to that vertical base. He's there. Backs Rory into the ropes. Into the corner again. And finally gets a little bit of space. Takes Rory down, but oh, wait a minute. In comes Robbie. Can London get to Kendrick? He cannot.
And London stays in the match. And London continues to try and do whatever he can to get to his tag team partner.
Well, kicking the Highlanders in the head doesn't seem to work. These guys are about as hard-headed as they get.
They've been kicked in the head since the day they were born. I mean, in their country, that's how you burp them.
A couple of big shots to the back now. The spine of Paul London. A kick to the jaw. And in comes Cody Rhodes.
There's the mistake. There's the mistake that Rhodes and Hardcore needed.
Paul London just wanted out of there. He didn't care who he tagged. He got Cody Rhodes, and now Cody Rhodes has Robbie.
Well, he fell backwards into the wrong corner.
Oh, boy. Bulldog there from Cody. And now it's Robbie's shoulders who are down until Rory makes the save.
Well, it's going to be very difficult for either one of these 3 teams to win because of what is on the line. And Hardcore just tagged himself in.
And Cody didn't think it was happening. Look out! Alabama slam time! Wind him up! Knock him down! Is this how it ends? It is! Cody and Hardcore are going to Survivor Series!
Your winners, Hardcore Holly and Cody Rhodes.
Cody doesn't look happy, but what the youngster needs to understand, this is a tag team win. And now he's clapping, thank goodness, because now these two men have an opportunity to go to Survivor Series and take on Lance Cade and Trevor Murdoch for the World Tag Team Championship.
As you've said before, Jonathan, it's not how you get the job done, it's just get the job done.
It's always impressive with the Alabama Slammer. And Mr. Intensity Hardcore sent his team to one of the biggest nights of the year, Miami, Florida, where it's hot all year round.
Cade and Murdoch will certainly have their hands full as Hardcore Holly and Cody Rhodes are coming to get their World Tag Team titles. For the Coach Jonathan Coachman, I'm Todd Grisham. Thanks for watching Heat. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time.
Time for what?
Our main event.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Oban, Scotland, at a combined weight of 34 stone, Robbie and Rory, the Highlanders.
Well, this will no doubt be a physical matchup between two teams that desperately want to be considered as that #1 contender spot for the World Tag Team Championship.
And at a combined weight of 475 pounds, the team of Cody Rhodes and Hardcore Holly.
If you like smash mouth, in your face wrestling matches, get ready, because this one is for you.
Well, if anybody knows about being intense, being tough, being aggressive, it's Hardcore Holly, and I would think that he has taken young Cody Rhodes under his wing and is starting to teach him everything that he knows. Now, I know you're going to say, what about Cody's dad, Dusty, and all that? Well, Dusty was a great performer, a great champion.
Great on the microphone.
But I'm talking about being as tough as you can be, and that's what Hardcore Holly is.
No one will question the manhood of Hardcore Holly, or the Highlanders for that matter. For goodness sakes, they slap each other in the face to get a tag made.
Well, I don't think that we're going to go very long before we see exactly how they tag each other in. But you best believe if either one of the Highlanders slaps Hardcore Holly in the face, that's not going to go over so well.
So it's our main event. It's in the tag team division. And as you mentioned, both of these tag teams have their eye on Cade and Murdoch, the current champions.
Yep. This is the division that, in my opinion, is really going to start and take off in 2008. You're going to see a lot of up-and-coming superstars enter the tag team division. So if I'm Lance Cade and Trevor Murdoch, wow, Cody Rhodes so quick. If I'm the champions, I'm watching out each and every night.
So Cody Rhodes, stalking his prey there, trying to get a good angle, make the perfect inroads, and unfortunately he wasn't able to do that as Robbie goes on the attack. So the tag team division wide open, and you know what? The singles division is pretty crazy too. You've got Jeff Hardy and Triple H vying for a title shot at the Royal Rumble. You've got Jericho new to the scene again, taking on Randy Orton at Armageddon. Anything can happen.
Well, everything's changing, and that's just the face of the business. If it always stayed the same, then there wouldn't be any fun in that. It's always got to continue to evolve, and sometimes the names stay the same.
Here comes Hardcore Holly.
Hardcore's so intimidating, man.
And nobody wants any Hardcore.
Trust me when I tell you, there are a few guys that you would actually run from. Hardcore would be one of them.
You know, I think it's safe to say I'd run from pretty much everybody, but that's not saying much.
Well, I'm sure you'd run from JBL. who darn near took my head off this past week on Raw.
I've got to give you credit for being here after the APA decimated you.
You know, I'm tough.
Whoa, boy.
You know, it's going to take a lot more than a clothesline from you-know-where to keep the coach out of action.
And
I'm not saying it didn't hurt.
Well, Carlito apparently is doing pretty well after
Yeah,
that
of course.
spine buster from Ron Simmons.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where he went to.
Yeah, he left you high and dry. But I will say this.
Thanks, C-Money.
He's got a Intercontinental title shot this week during that 15th anniversary Raw with Jeff Hardy. And my friend, it is a ladder match.
Wow, it's going to be a big night. It's going to be a big night.
Whoa! Body slam there from Hardcore. Is that enough to put down Robbie? The answer, no.
Hardcore just does everything, not only aggressively, not only intensely, but quick. Snaps everything. Is right on top of you. You got to be able to match that intensity, or you're going to be left behind.
So Hardcore Holly right into the turnbuckle in the corner there. And Hardcore, I don't need to tell you, loves to turn a match into a physical affair, and that's what it's turning into right now. Listen to those knife-edge chops. He says, do you want one more, fans?
They want more.
There it is. And I saw a nipple fly into the audience. And another one. Robbie.
Yeah, but that wasn't from Robbie.
And Rory.
We get another shot of that, though, please.
I don't know.
I mean, you can hear that it's just really, when you say knife edge chops, that's exactly what it is.
Shoulders are down. Yeah, I mean, tell everyone what it feels like. You've had some chops from Hardcore Holly.
Yes, I have, and it still feels like somebody took knives to your chest, especially when you take a shower right after the match is over. It's not fun. There's nothing good about it. If you can stay in and take those, you can take anything.
Well, I know that you're technically black, but there are parts of your chest that are forever white after those chops by Hardcore. And in comes Rory, and he's met with a quick hip toss. Cody Rhodes, as you can see, knows his way around the squared circle. He learned it from his father, and now he's getting that hardcore edge thanks to Hardcore Holly.
I think it's a great combination, these two together.
Whoa!
With everything Hardcore can teach young Cody Rhodes.
He's got the athleticism down, and out goes Robbie. Hardcore with a clothesline. And now a side headlock from Cody Rhodes. Over and out. Stay tuned. This match continues. Welcome back to our main event here on Heat. Cody Rhodes and Hardcore Holly squaring off against the Highlanders in this tag team match. And for a while there, it was all Hardcore and Cody, but now the Highlanders have taken control.
Well, both these men are proving that they're every bit as tough as Cody Rhodes and Hardcore Holly. They can take a beating as well as they can dish it out.
So Rory and Robbie are a snapshot of the rough and tumble Scottish society. Take no prisoners, take no guff. And speaking of snapshots, the first ever McMahon family portrait is scheduled to happen in the ring this week on Raw.
Can't wait to see that. And see Hornswoggle, who has been living a very charmed existence in the last couple of months, actually be a part of the McMahon family that will live forever.
You're not a fan of Hornswoggle, are you?
Would you be?
I like him.
You haven't had stuff happen to you that's happened to me the last couple of months. Week after week, night after night. Somehow this little guy.
Look out, hooked leg there from Rory.
Well, right now there's nothing Hardcore Holly can do but watch as Cody Rhodes is being indoctrinated here on Heat. And the Highlanders doing a great job of keeping Cody Rhodes in their corner.
A couple of elbows from Cody trying to get to Hardcore Holly, but Rory not allowing that to happen.
For a moment there you thought maybe Cody was going to be able to get to Hardcore. That didn't happen, and now he stays in their corner. They continue to beat down on young Cody Rhodes.
Double suplex, 2, no!
I think this would be a huge win for the Highlanders because of the role that Rhodes and Hardcore have been on as of late, both in singles action and as a team.
Well, Hardcore Holly has been a spectacular athlete in the WWE for many years, both on Raw and SmackDown. But my question to you, Mr. Coachman, who will be labeled Raw's greatest superstar this week on Raw?
Well, you just gave it away. Thank you very much. It's been a hard, long road, but I'll accept it.
Come on.
I'll accept it.
We've had Stone Cold, The Rock, Hulk Hogan, you name it, and
I'd put the beat down on every single one of those names.
I think Eugene's got a better shot at winning than you do.
You had to go that far back, did you?
And right now, Cody Rhodes being dominated by the Highlanders. Whoa! Almost a mistake there by Rory, but instead...
And hard into those knees, and the Highlanders I'm speaking of, are showing why they are an exceptional tag team. You talked earlier about Kendrick and London and how well they work together, and that's a big part of it. And I think the Highlanders are as good together as any team we have in the WWE.
A smack to the face there from Robbie to Rory with love.
WL.
But Cody Rhodes can't get out of that corner, doing all he can to find his tag team partner, but so far, not so good.
Well, maybe there's a sunset
Wait a minute. Flip two.
But Cody's got to get to Hardcore.
Double clothesline. That'll knock the wind out of your sails. And Cody Rhodes has his chance. Can he find his wherewithal, his sense of direction? He's so close to Hardcore Holly.
Hardcore desperately wants to get in, and if he does, this match is going to completely change.
And here we go.
Uh-oh, he says get up. Get up one more time.
Take your whipping like a man. Straight from Mobile, Alabama. It's Hardcore Holly sending two Scotsmen all over the place. Drop kick into the cover, and Rory saves his partner for now.
That's the best drop kick in the business even today.
A forearm, down goes Rory, but it gave Robbie enough time to get a shot in. But look out! The kilt's covering the head, but it doesn't matter. Here comes the Alabama Slam! Can make the impact of the Alabama Slam.
And Hardcore Holly.
Well, I said they are on a roll. You can see the crowd behind them. Huge win this week.
Get ready, ladies and gentlemen. The 15th anniversary of Raw is coming.
Oh yeah, it's that time. Josh, should we do it for Talkfish? Do what? You know what I'm talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the spirit of Talkfish, it's time for us.
This contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Charlotte, North Carolina. Weighing in at 219 pounds, he is one half of the World Tag Team Champions, Cody Rhodes.
That was terrible. It really was. I don't know how he does that, to tell you the truth. I think when he does it, it's terrible too. The son of the American Dream, Cody Rhodes, set to go. Here's the man
And from Waxahachie, Texas, weighing in at 250 pounds, Trevor Murdoch.
Josh, somebody take the redneck wrecking crew shopping. This guy's got a great new attire, a little bit flashy for them, right? Nice robe there by Trevor Murdoch. No sleeves, which is pretty cool. Lance Kane was victorious earlier over Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Let's see if his counterpart, Trevor Murdoch, can go 2-0. Take down Cody Rhodes. It's going to be a good one again. Jack Capella, Josh Matthews with you, the main event of Heat. But of course, everybody looking forward to the main event at WrestleMania 24. Triple threat match between John Cena, the Game Triple H, and your WWE Champion, Randy Orton.
Well, John Cena and Triple H both know what it feels like to be the WWE Champion. They both know what it feels like to main event WrestleMania. Randy Orton, he's been the WWE Champion for quite some time. This is going to be one extraordinary match. You've heard these three superstars talk about this match for some time now, and finally it's here. I almost can't believe that it's here. Randy Orton, John Cena, Triple H, one man will leave as WWE Champion.
Josh, I got to put you on the spot. Who's walking out of WrestleMania WWE Champion?
Whoever wants it the most, whether that's Triple H, John Cena, or Randy Orton. And over the past few weeks in the Triple Threat Takeover, all three of these superstars have demonstrated how badly they want to be WWE Champions. So, to answer your question, whoever wants it most will leave WrestleMania with gold.
Cody Rhodes, Trevor Murdoch. Oh, Cody to the outside. Cody gonna skin the cat. Catching Trevor in a pair of head scissors. What's going on here? Trevor trying to counter, turns it into a beautiful hurricane run.
It's Trevor Murdoch to the outside and an excited Cody Rhodes. Oh. Too excited.
Boy, I don't think he hurt Trevor too bad. I think he just made him mad. Trevor was back in the ring with a head of steam in a hurry. You know, big matches at WrestleMania 24. I'd be remiss if I didn't bring up the biggest versus the best. Josh, your thoughts on that one? Cover.
No match in WrestleMania history has gotten perhaps as much hype as Floyd Money Mayweather going one-on-one with the Big Show. I think everyone is, at this point, a little concerned as to whether or not the Big Show will actually end the boxing career of Floyd Mayweather. And that's how Floyd Mayweather makes a living. He's a professional boxer and a pretty damn good one.
Cover. One. Trevor almost picking up the victory right there. Absolutely. Floyd Mayweather 39-0. He's beaten Oscar De La Hoya, Ricky Hatton, but he's given up a foot and a half to the Big Show. A foot and a half and 300 pounds.
I believe the Big Show when he says he's not sure if he wants to end Floyd Money Mayweather's boxing career, but if he wants to, he will.
Oh, big boot to the face of Trevor Murdoch. Cover. Again, folks, you're watching two individuals that will be in the 24-man over-the-top battle royal. So far, the last three matches that we've watched features competitors in that battle royal.
They're trying to gain some momentum. That's what's happening here. I mean, Lance Kane was able to get some momentum with the victory over Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Snitsky has some momentum with a victory over Val Venis. And now one of these two superstars will gain some much-needed momentum heading into the 24-man over-the-top rope battle royal, set to take place on WWE.com from the site of WrestleMania 24, the Citrus Bowl.
On WWE 24/7, there was a great Legends of Wrestling episode where the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, they asked him, what's your WrestleMania moment, Dusty? And he said, it hasn't happened yet. I'm waiting for Cody Rhodes to break out at WrestleMania big time. And boy, Cody showing like he's got the strength and stamina to win that 24-man over-the-top rope battle royal.
I don't recommend going to the top rope in a battle royal, but it worked here in this one-on-one match.
Cover. Cody almost picking up the victory. Give Trevor the credit for having the wherewithal to kick out. Oh! Head to the turnbuckle. That cannot feel good. Cody now calling on his amateur background, lefts and rights. Big clothesline. Duck under. Cody. Oh, there's the Bulldog. There's the Bulldog. He pulls it off just as well as anybody in the WWE. And again, Cody going to the high red district here, Josh.
And we'll see what Cody Rhodes has planned now for Trevor Murdoch. Once, twice, got him go.
Cross body, Trevor counters, 1, 2. Woo, man.
Trevor Murdoch, speaking of momentum, took all the momentum of Cody Rhodes over.
Backslide. Here we go, 1, 2. Here we go again, cover, 1, 2. Oh my God, I can't keep up, Josh. What a series of near falls here. Cody, sunset flip, hooks the arms, 1, 2. Trevor counters. The crowd chants 2. Trevor missing with the rights and lefts, Cody as well. There's the DDT. Shades of Jake the Snake Roberts cover. They got him.
find out soon enough. Cody Rhodes, very excited though. He's going to need all that excitement, all that momentum come WrestleMania.
Hey everybody, for Josh Matthews, I'm Jack Corbella. Enjoy WrestleMania 24. Thanks for watching.
Welcome back to the United Kingdom. Alongside Josh Matthews, I'm Todd Grisham. And here comes an American hero. Not so much.
This match is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Dallas, Texas, weighing in at 249 pounds, Charlie Haas.
I guess I should rephrase that. He's an All-American hero, a former All-American at Seton Hall University, a fantastic amateur wrestler. But lately, Josh, we got to be honest, Haas has seemed to have lost his way.
Well, here's the thing. We're here in the United Kingdom. I don't think that Charlie Haas was allowed to bring any of his masks over. I think it was a customs thing, so we'll have to see what happens.
Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing in at 219 pounds. He is one half of the World Tag Team Champion, Cody Rhodes.
And you can hear the ovation for Cody Rhodes. These fans seem to love him as they do in the United States. He's not too happy with what happened this past week on Raw, is he, Josh?
Nope, not at all. And I've been saying this for quite some time. The tag team division on Raw has been heating up, to say the very least, and now we have official #1 contenders to the World Tag Team titles.
That's right. Santino and Carlito defeated Brian Kendrick and Paul London to become the new tag team #1 contenders. It's just a matter of time before we see a championship match involving Rhodes and Holly versus Santino and Carlito. How would you handicap that match?
Oh, don't forget, 2 weeks ago on Raw, Carlito and Santino got a victory over the World Tag Team Champions, Cody Rhodes and Hardcore Holly. So right now, psychologically, Santino and his tag team partner, Carlito, have to feel like they could do it again, that they could beat the World Tag Team Champions yet again. So we'll have to wait and find out when the titles are on the line. But right now, if I had to pick a winner, I'd go with the challengers.
Wow. Don't tell Hardcore Holly that. As Charlie Haas now rolls Rhodes over. And I'll tell you who Rhodes reminds me of, at least in athletic ability and appearance, a young Randy Orton. Am I crazy?
I don't think you're crazy. I think Cody Rhodes has a long way to go to proving that he's anything like Randy Orton. Randy, of course, the youngest world heavyweight champion of all time, the current world WWE champion. But Cody Rhodes, he can get there. There's no question about it. He's got a great mentor right now in Hardcore Holly, his tag team partner, and he's got the bloodline to prove it.
So here goes Rhodes, wrenching away on that left arm of Charlie Haas, who's wearing black right now, but as we know, that is subject to change. Has been putting masks on, has had wardrobe changes in the middle of matches. Whoa, shoulders down. Haas.
Cody Rhodes is trying to end this match early.
Yeah, I was going to say, Haas, for some reason, is focused on everything but winning matches. And I don't know why. Perhaps the departure of his former tag team partner, Shelton Benjamin, over to ECW. Haas just hasn't been syncing up on the singles circuit.
That's why I think that Charlie Haas has developed this alter ego, this masked superstar. I think Charlie eventually feels that he and his alter ego himself may be able to compete in the tag team division. I don't know.
Well, he just needs to get a win here tonight. And it's not going very well as Rhodes off the top rope. Look at that crossbody. Is it over? No.
Lackadaisical kick out there by Charlie Haas. Luckily that Cody Rhodes didn't have that pin cinched in a little tighter.
Rhodes again for the crossbody. Nobody home, and no, boy.
Now, I was pretty sure that these masks didn't make it through customs. So Charlie Haas must have found like a mask store or something in the United Kingdom. Got crazy, nutty stuff over here.
He doesn't have a mask on yet. Let's not jump to conclusions.
He's underneath the ring. He's been doing this for 100 weeks in a row now. He's going to have a mask on. There it is.
And he's wearing blue.
Same color as Cody Rhodes. Perhaps he's trying to become a tag team partner with Cody Rhodes.
Oh boy, Rhodes went to go ahead and remove that mask right off the bat and got a shot to the neck for his actions. And maybe this is the day that the mask proves to be the deciding factor for Haas. Who knows? Belly to belly. Things have picked up though, haven't they?
Yes, they have.
Hooking the leg. A near fall for Charlie Haas, who I dare say has looked better in more ways than one since putting on the mask.
We can only assume that that's Charlie Haas right now, though.
The right hand drops Cody Rhodes. And now the cover, 2. So Haas having a good stay in England so far. William Regal, as we talked about earlier, seemed to enjoy everything, but not his match against Randy Orton.
William Regal does a tremendous job of running things on Raw. I mean, he made Chris Jericho the guest referee for Shawn Michaels versus Batista at Backlash. But William Regal got inside the ring with the Legend Killer who dubbed himself the Homecoming Killer on Raw. And Randy Orton's the WWE Champion. Not for nothing, but what did William Regal expect?
Well, perhaps he just wanted to measure the man, as they say, to find out how good Orton really was. And Regal learned he's great. Another cover from Haas and another 2 count. Chad Patton, our referee in charge. And Cody Rhodes, ever since Charlie Haas put on the mask, has not been able to get any offense.
Call me crazy. I got to check the unwritten WWE rulebook and find out if that mask is considered like a foreign object or something. He didn't wear it when he came down to the ring, and now he's wearing a mask. What if I didn't wear brass knuckles and put them on now and punched him in the face?
That wouldn't be nice. Let's hope that that mask was not made in China, which would then make it a foreign object. Haas going in the corner, nobody home, and there's the mask, it comes off. That makes Haas angry, and look at Rhodes.
Crucifix.
A crucifix by Rhodes, and it looked like he was going to win the match, but it did not prove to be. Off the rope now goes Haas, big back body drop, and Rhodes is feeling it.
Cody Rhodes showing a tremendous amount of emotion right now as he has all the offense against Charlie Haas that Cody Rhodes may need.
Oh boy. Rhodes right now is doing everything possible to win this match. Has he done enough? Not yet.
That was a tight cover, though, by Cody Rhodes off of that springboard bulldog. He had all of his weight right across the shoulders of Charlie Haas.
Sometimes we forget that Charlie Haas is about as good as it gets when it comes to just pure wrestling in the ring. Chain wrestling, holds, he's great at it. And Cody Rhodes is going to have his work cut out for him if he's going to beat this former All-American.
It's been a back and forth match so far.
A DDT from Cody Rhodes. Haas isn't moving, and it's over.
Here's your winner, Cody Rhodes.
Give a tremendous amount of credit to Cody Rhodes. He tried a few different pinning predicaments. He had his entire body draped over Charlie Haas. Charlie Haas kicked out. On this last one after the DDT, he had one leg hooked, the other one grapevine, and it allowed Cody Rhodes to pick up the victory.
So Cody Rhodes' ladder to greatness continues upward as he beats Charlie Haas here on Heat. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for our main event.
Not gonna miss that.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, at a combined weight of 375 pounds, Paul London and Brian Kendrick.
You know, Josh, just last week here on Heat, Kendrick and London basically said they were ready to step up. They were ready to win tag team gold.
Well, this is a case of asking and receiving.
And making their way to the ring at a combined weight of 462 pounds, they are the World Tag Team Champions, Cody Rhodes and Hardcore Holly.
This match is not for the tag team championships. However, Kendrick and London said they wanted Holly and Rhodes. They've got them, and you've got to believe if Kendrick and London win this match, a championship shot has got to be next.
Oh, no question about it. And you have to respect both teams. London and Kendrick demand the World Tag Team Champions. And Cody Rhodes and Hardcore Holly, they will back down from no one. They'll fight anyone, anywhere. And here we are, main event on Heat, the World Tag Team Champions versus the team that demanded the World Tag Team Champions.
So Hardcore Holly and Cody Rhodes, when they first teamed up, it seemed like a very strange mix, but they've made it work.
I think it was a matter of Hardcore Holly not yet respecting what Cody Rhodes can do inside the ring. And over the past few months, as their relationship and their partnership has deepened, I think Hardcore Holly greatly respects Cody Rhodes at this point.
So London and Kendrick have earned respect themselves. The aerial maneuvers that they can pull off, few, if any, other superstars in the WWE can do them. They come off that top rope all the time, and they're as fast as anyone.
Now, if Rey Mysterio is the greatest high flyer in the history of the WWE, Paul London and Brian Kendrick are right behind him.
So it's strength versus speed here to start out this tag team match. Holly versus London. Hardcore Holly from LA, Lower Alabama, where I grew up. That's what we say down there, Josh.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Mobile.
That's great. You guys got a lot of time on your hands down there.
And I can tell you, it's tough love down in the South. Hard-working people. No one looks like you, basically, Josh. They don't. They don't understand what the word.
Not many tanning salons down there.
Not a lot of tanning. Guys don't get manicures and pedicures. That's just not how we roll. So
Josh Matthews wouldn't fit in too well in Mobile, Alabama. Then.
Metrosexual is not a word in Hardcore Holly's vocabulary.
Hardcore Holly definitely epitomizes hard work and strength and just basically what determination can do inside the ring.
Well, he's old school, frankly. And speaking of old school superstars, how about Roddy Piper and what he's got going on right now with Santino?
Well, no question about it. Roddy Piper was on Jimmy Kimmel Live there with cousin Sal to celebrate his birthday, and Santino comes in and basically ruins the whole thing. We saw the fallout of it this past week on Raw. It will be cousin Sal versus Santino. I can't wait for that match to take place.
I think cousin Sal has bitten off more than he can chew, and judging by his body type, that's hard to do.
Well, cousin Sal didn't even want the match. It was Roddy Piper that set the whole thing up.
Well, if you show up on Monday Night Raw and you step into the squared circle, be prepared to fight. And that's what's going to happen between Santino and cousin Sal. As Hardcore Holly coming off the rope. Kendrick wanted a hip toss, couldn't get it. Wow! Head scissors takedown. And Holly says, what just happened?
Hardcore Holly landed right on his head, right on that surgically repaired neck. And Holly giving some respect to Brian Kendrick.
And now in steps Cody Rhodes, and you can tell by the high-pitched shrieks from our audience, the women love it.
I thought that was you.
Well, they may have been cheering for me, Josh. Thank you.
No, I thought that was you screaming for Cody Rhodes.
Side headlock now. Our referee in charge of this main event match on Heat, Chad Patton, looks on. Cody Rhodes, of course, the son of the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Dusty was ringside for Cody's first match. They talk on the phone all the time. And Dusty obviously has given Cody all the tricks of the trade.
Well, you know you got the pedigree when your father's a WWE Hall of Famer. When Cody Rhodes comes in, some of that strength that Hardcore Holly possesses goes away, but Cody brings a little more speed, and in my opinion, that's going to match up better with Brian Kendrick and Paul London.
Well, the game plan may be for Cody Rhodes to take some of the juice out of this tag team of London and Kendrick, and then have Hardcore Holly come in and land the knockout blow.
Tag team wrestling 101, quick tags by London and Kendrick. Cody Rhodes able to escape that armbar.
And you can tell that Rhodes and Holly don't really know what to expect here. They're kind of stalking their prey. They're observing. They're watching.
His takedown.
but it's rare. Usually the champions come out on the offensive, but here tonight so far, it's London and Kendrick who are pretty much the lead dogs in this pack.
There's a reason to that. The reason is that Paul London and Brian Kendrick can pop off a high-flying move at any moment and take momentum. And look at this. London has that arm trapped behind his knee. Paul London, great maneuver there.
Well, make no doubt about it, London and Kendrick have wanted this match for a very long time, and they're taking advantage of their opportunity so far.
Love that pinning combination there by Paul London. He was trying to hook the one arm with his legs and then hold down the other arm with his arm. A great way to utilize your weight if you're London.
London with a cartwheel, ducking the clothesline, and look at this.
Standoff.
Cody Rhodes appreciative of the circus-like moves.
And the fans show their respect as well.
Paul London now with a go behind. And Cody Rhodes just trying to find out the combination to London and Kendrick's lock right now. So far, whoa, wait a minute. Monkey see, monkey do, but London does not like that form of flattery. Imitation not working for Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes trying to one-up Paul London, but got caught by Paul London.
And look at this chemistry between London and Kendrick. A double drop kick to Hardcore Holly. And all of a sudden, London and Kendrick are on fire. Stay tuned. This match continues. Welcome back. You're watching our main event here on Heat as London and Kendrick square off against the tag team champions, Cody Rhodes and Hardcore Holly. And Josh, what a match it has been so far. A little bit of a surprise, at least early on, how well London and Kendrick have done.
Oh, yeah, before the break, Paul London and Brian Kendrick took control. Tell you what, I can watch Paul London.
Oh my, hold on.
Wow.
Just a punch right to the face, and all of a sudden, the smiles and handshakes from Hardcore Holly are gone, and now it's the Holly we've all grown to respect and expect. In your face, smash mouth wrestling and a 2 count.
I think Paul London got a little ahead of himself, was clapping, turned around, and got caught with that punch. That, my friends, will be the turning point of this tag team match.
Well, they're the World Tag Team Champions for a reason. The games are over, it seems, as Rhodes and Holly now are just throwing stiff shots right into the jaw of Paul London.
Well, the contrasting styles of these two tag teams has definitely caught up to the challengers, Paul London and Brian Kendrick.
Cody Rhodes right now has decided that the left arm of Paul London will be his target. The crowd trying to get behind London here. Schoolboy roll up and an early kick out from Rhodes. Nice drop toe hold.
Paul London was on his way to try to get Brian Kendrick involved in this matchup. Great stop by Cody Rhodes.
If Rhodes was a baseball player, they'd call him a 5-tool athlete. He's got strength, he's got stamina, he can wrestle with the best of them, and he can also fight. And many people believe that it's just a matter of time before Cody Rhodes is in the picture for a major singles championship.
No question about it. Right now, Cody Rhodes just enjoying the tutoring that he's getting from Hardcore Holly. I'll tell you what, you are witnessing a tremendous tag team match here. Great pinning combinations, great holds, and we'll see if Paul London can get Brian Kendrick involved in this match and keep this thing going.
Speaking of tremendous matches, Josh, we learned this past week on Raw, Shawn Michaels will face Batista in a stretcher match.
One Night Stand Extreme Rules is going to be absolutely incredible. And you know how badly Batista wants to get revenge on Shawn Michaels.
And Shawn Michaels wants to land that sweet chin music, and it was Cody Rhodes that had a form of that type of kick right into the gut of Paul London. But right now, London may have his best opportunity to make a tag.
Paul London just stay on those ropes, slide down, and get Brian Kendrick in.
And here comes Kendrick. Rhodes didn't make a tag, and it may cost him. Kendrick flying all over the place. Going to that top rope. Rhodes Rhodes throws him off, but a leg lariat connects, and all of a sudden, Hardcore Holly has seen enough.
Well, Hardcore Holly can feel this match slipping away.
Chad Patton says, get out of here, you guys. Rhodes and Kendrick are the legal men.
Well, Hardcore Holly and Paul London can beat each other up all they want on the outside of the ring. What matters is what happens inside the ropes with Rhodes and Kendrick.
Rhodes and Kendrick trying to prove that they belong in the upper echelon of the tag team division. And they proved it right here there. Wow, just like that.
Here are your winners, Paul London and Brian Kendrick.
Wow, Paul London and Brian Kendrick just put their names atop of the tag team division here in the WWE. Paul London and Brian Kendrick have just defeated the World Tag Team Champions.
What a match it was. Rhodes thought he had it won when he power slammed Kendrick, but Kendrick so quick, used his leverage, rolled Rhodes over, got him on his back, and the 3 count followed. For Josh Matthews, I'm Todd Grisham. Thanks for watching Heat.